telling yourself you're insecure, but what's really going on is you don't trust that you're enough to be chosen without you having to earn it or prove it. You analyze every word you say, every word he says. You reread texts before sending them. You reread them after you receive them. You wonder if you're coming on too strong or if you should wait a few more hours to reply. Does this sound familiar? You feel anxious when he pulls away and relieved when he gives you just enough to not walk away. You try to act chill, you try to act like you're unbothered, but your brain's spiraling, babe, the second you don't hear from him. You're not this way because you're damaged. You're this way because someone in your past made you feel like love had to be earned. You were conditioned, most likely in childhood, to believe that if you got everything just right or you acted a certain way, maybe you'd finally be seen. And now, as an adult woman, you carry that pattern into every connection, not because it's who you are, but because it's who you became to feel safe. There was something going on in childhood that hurt you, whether it was the choices your parents made, abandonment stuff from your family, being emotionally neglected, trauma, it doesn't matter, any and all of the above. And that is what got programmed into you, that if they just see me, then I'll know I'm enough. But you didn't get seen as a little girl. And so now the adult woman, the little girl in you who's like, just see me, just love me, just be there for me, validate that I'm good enough, that I matter, that I'm important to you. That little girl is the one who's running the show in your adult love life. The 5-year-old version of you is showing up on your dates and picking the kinds of men you're attracted to based off her not feeling good enough. And you weren't born doubting yourself. This shit was taught to you. And you believe it because you have been that way and felt these things and lived this painful letdown of a love life over and over again. So you're not really anxious. You're not really insecure. You're exhausted from trying to be good enough for people who couldn't even show up for you. You're exhausted for jumping through hoops to finally think maybe this time I can get what I want, and then the cycle rinses and repeats. You're exhausted from trying to not hurt, from trying to not feel insignificant and not special and like you don't matter. I know, because I used to be you. And this isn't your personality, babe. It's not who you are. It's a defense mechanism that's been running your love life. It's how you've spent your whole life trying to become a version of you that gets picked, when what you actually need is to become the version of you who picks herself first. This isn't about being more confident. It's about finally letting go of a version of yourself who thinks she needs to jump through hoops to be loved. That if a man was to come in and actually just show up kind and consistent and on point, you would flinch at that. You're not used to that. In your subconscious mind, no, they got to come on strong in the beginning and then fade off real quick because there's a struggle. The association your brain and body has to love is that this is a fight. I got to prove my worth and value so this man chooses me, and then I'll know. So you don't need to be fixed because you're not broken. It's about waking yourself up to a remembrance of who the hell you were before someone made you doubt yourself. As I said before, you weren't born this way. This got programmed in you. It's not your programming. You get to choose a different program. The moment you stop making rejection or their absence mean something about you, you'll start making different choices. This is why it's not insecurity. It's an identity. I'm here to tell you, you've outgrown a long time ago. If you're here now listening to me, There is a version of you inside your brain that says, we're done with this, babe. Enough is enough. We're better than this. We can get better than this. We're going to do the work now so that we can actually get a love that feels safe and good. And we can actually know something good about ourselves. So you don't need to earn love. You don't need to prove you're good enough to receive love. You need to start to expect it. You don't beg for it. You don't question it. The real you knows, and not intellectually, because you have those moments where you say to yourself, yeah, I know I deserve better. I'm worthy of commitment. But yet you keep accepting the breadcrumbs. You keep accepting the lower standards offered that don't even equate to an ounce of commitment. So you don't really know that you are good enough to get what you want in love. Because if you did, you wouldn't be choosing and tolerating the crap that you are. So if this hit, you know what I'm going to say? Good. Because it means you're finally done playing out a version of you that was never yours to own and never yours to begin with. My breakthrough bundle is where you rebuild your identity from the inside out so you can stop questioning your worth and start attracting what actually matches who you say you want to be. And inside, I walk you through the exact shifts that changed my love life and thousands of other women's standards and the way I saw myself forever and the way they see themselves. It's $497. It's instant access. And if you're serious about stepping into the version of you who never settles again, this is where you start, babe. The link is in the show notes. I'll see you.